Throughout the Digimon franchise, father figures have always had a key role at some point in the story. Whether it was a big role or a small little appearance, they have always found a way to help out the Digidestined at some point in the story. Like TK and Matt's dad, he was very helpful during the Myotismon arc in the original Digimon Adventure, where he was helping out Wizardmon and the other partner Digimon in his radio tower in Odaiba. And he was the calming figure that the other Digidestined parents needed for them to take it easy and relax themselves. In the second season, Cody's grandpa was the one who knew about Oikawa and his past. In Tamers, Takato was using his family's bread shop to feed Gilamon. In Digimon Data Squad, Marcus's dad Spencer was a key factor throughout the entire season. Even though he wasn't mentioned on screen for a while, you can still see and feel his presence because he's mentioned so many times throughout the story. Not just parents, but the adult characters in the Digimon series are an integral part to the story. I can mention so many characters as examples, but for now I just want to talk about Mimi's dad and how I think he could be a key figure in the story for the Digimon Adventure 2020 reboot. Like I mentioned earlier, usually one of the parents of a Digidestined plays a key role at some point in the story, or there will be an adult figure that plays a huge role. For the Digimon Adventure series, I'm including the original Adventure series along with O2 and Tri. We have had characters like Oikawa, Cody's grandpa and Matt's dad, like I mentioned earlier. Also in Tri we had Maki and Nishijima, who played a big role in those movies, and it turned out that they were the original Digidestined. So how will Mimi's dad come into play in the new Digimon 2020 series? First of all, let's talk about the empire that Mimi's family has. Not only are they a technology manufacturer, they also have their own branded clothing in the new series. As we saw with Izzy's laptop and TK's hat, the Tachikawa logo was on both of them. So the Tachikawa name is a big franchise in this new series, but the more important point is that they are a technology manufacturer. Technology and the internet are two lethal weapons in the Digimon universe. Even in the original, the Digivices had the ability to open digital gates to go to different dimensions, such as the Dark Ocean and the World of Dreams, and of course the digital world. Not only that, it has stopped villains as well, just like the time Tai and Matt's Digivice got Leomon out of Devimon's spell. So technology plays a huge part in this world. This is where Mimi's dad or family come into play. Because they have a big organization, can you guys imagine a Hypnos type scenario going on? Because I can see something like that happening. Hypnos in Digimon Tamers was an undercover organization, and their main purpose before the Digimon came to the real world was to monitor the electronic communications of half the planet as a system for the Japanese government. Now for obvious reasons this was kept undercover, but then the Digimon appeared, and that changed everything for Hypnos and Yamaki. Even in Digimon Data Squad, Marcus's dad Spencer went on an expedition in the digital world, along with one of the villains of the season, the mad scientist Kurata, who then created the beast that is Gizumon. And even in Data Squad, there was another undercover organization, but obviously these guys were the good guys, unlike Hypnos. The Digital Accidents Tactics Squad, DATS for short, were also a government organization with the main goal of maintaining the peace between the digital world and the real world by transporting any Digimon that appeared in the real world to send them back into the digital world. Even Maki and Nishijima in Tri knew about the digital world and were also undercover in Tri. So with all this precedent in place with the Digimon series, with undercover organizations and family members or adults involved in the story, who better to have in the story than the Bill Gates of Digimon Adventure 2020? Mimi's dad having a technology franchise linking themselves with various servers and the internet must at least have an idea that Digimon might exist, or at least they must have seen a silhouette of a Digimon when the programming became involved. In the original Digimon Adventure lore and canon, the story never started with Tai and his crew going to the digital world for the first time. The digital world and all the other worlds already existed. Oikawa, when he was young, discovered the Digimon when he was playing games with Cody's dad, and in Tri it was established that Maki and Nishijima were part of the original Digidestined. So now with the new Digimon series, just because Tai met Agumon in the internet world, or whichever or the network world, whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean people don't already know about the Digimon and the digital world. That's all I'm saying. And with Mimi's dad having a big technology franchise, even though there's literally no evidence or information to point to this fact, I am certain Mimi's dad may have a connection to the digital world in some way because of this massive technology franchise that he has. It could go one of two ways. He either could be one of the good guys and help out the Digidestined, or he could be one of the bad guys and be in partnership with one of the evil Digimon. So guys, let's have a little bit of fun with this, and guys, take all of this with a grain of salt and don't take these theories too seriously, okay? Now the good guy theory. I think if he were to know about the digital world and if he is one of the good guys, I could see him working with Gennai in some capacity. Gennai in the first 2 seasons was a big help to the Digidestined, but he didn't just help them out in the digital world, he helped them out in the real world as well by deleting all of the recorded data in the Myotismon arc captured by the world's governments. I could see an undercover partnership with Gennai and Mimi's dad in that capacity, similar to DATS in the Data Squad universe. If there is unusual activity of a Digimon appeared on the internet or any of the systems messing up with the technology in the real world, I can see Mimi's dad contacting Gennai that there's trouble being caused by a Digimon and Gennai would be able to sort it out. I can see that happening, and in return maybe, and I know this is a stretch, that's why I said take it with a grain of salt, guys. But being a technology manufacturer, could Mimi's dad have created the Digivices for Gennai in return for Gennai's help dealing with the uncontrollable Digimon? If they were to know each other, how cool would that be to know that the Digivices were made in the real world by Mimi's dad? Now the bad guy theory. In season 2, a certain demonic Mega Digimon appeared for a few episodes searching for Ken and his dark spore. That Digimon is of course the demonic Digimon named Daemon. They got him there for a few episodes only, and they never truly defeated him. So why not bring him back? All over the new Digimon 2020 opening, there's white feathers all over. It could be Anjuman's feathers, and even in the ending, TK just has this angelic, mysterious aura about him. Literally in the ending theme when Matt is falling and he sees TK. So clearly the writers are saving something special for TK. Could we finally see Seraphimon vs Daemon in the Adventure series? I don't know how many of you guys have played Shadow the Hedgehog back in the day, but in that game it was revealed that Professor Gerald Robotnik formed a partnership with an evil space alien named Black Doom. He teamed up with him because he needed Black Doom's blood and power to create Shadow, and in exchange Gerald has to collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds. If Mimi's dad was evil, I can see a similar type of scenario happening. Mimi's dad might have seen the Digimon and the digital world, and the fascination was too much for him that it consumed him, just like how it consumed Oikawa in season 2. That's where Daemon enters. Just like how I mentioned with Gennai and Mimi's dad, with one doing another a favor, the same will apply with Daemon and Mimi's dad. Mimi's dad is filthy rich, meaning he is one of the most powerful men in the world with all that money. I'm sorry, but that will consume anyone into having more greed and more lust for power. Maybe he wants to combine his technology with Digimon to create an even more powerful product for his consumers, and the need to have the control over customers, technology, his employees, and lastly Digimon would be a big temptation for him. And Daemon could be his Black Doom. He will help Daemon out in some way, maybe by eliminating Gennai and the Digivices so the Digidestined wouldn't be able to defeat him. But Mimi's dad won't know that Mimi is also part of the Digidestined, so the stakes would be even higher in that scenario. Guys, I like having fun with my theories, and my imagination literally just goes wild and crazy when it comes to this type of stuff. So again, please take it with a grain of salt. Mimi's dad's company logo has already been shown a few times, so I'm certain that's a foreshadowing of something at least. Or maybe nothing. Maybe nothing will come out of this and it's just a fun little Easter egg for us. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, care for nothing.